Time to talk about those deep sleepers. Now this is a show where these are actually guys that you're going to be able to get later in the draft. You know, you've probably heard of a lot of these names, but maybe their situation has changed. We think it's going to put them back on the map. So these are deep sleepers. But before we get into it, Mr. Namecode.
Let's do some DraftKings talk, and we're bringing back the t-shirts.
Yes.
So if you sign up in the month of October, well, let's tell you about how to do it first. If you sign up on DraftKings using the promo code FST, card, link in the description below, use any of those methods, deposit at least $5 in the month of October. It's got to be in the month of October. So I don't care when you watch this. It's in the month of October 2015. You get a free t-shirt from us, and you get a free contest from DraftKings. I just want to be clear, Dustin. Don't shake your head.
You're over-explaining.
I explained too little. I explained too much. Go ahead, Dustin. Tell them about deep sleepers.
Why don't you just explain the perfect amount, and then it won't be a problem. Deep sleepers. We're starting with David Lee. Now this is a guy that it was painful to watch such a talent sit on the bench last year. I mean, this is a 20-10 guy. I mean, this is a guy that's been a staple on fantasy teams for many, many years, and he was just buried in that deep Golden State team. I mean, obviously they were good. There was a reason why he was on the bench, but he's in Boston now, and he's only challenging Sullinger. And Sullinger has been good, but I think David Lee will beat him out for minutes. At the very least, he will see plenty more minutes than he did in Golden State. I think he goes back on the fantasy map this year, like David Lee.
All right, yeah, he could be like a Brad Stevens kind of guy, too. All right, Otto Porter. I'm obviously going to talk about my one bullet on here first. And it's very simple. Minutes are key in fantasy production. Paul Pierce is gone. Otto Porter stepped up in the playoffs. He's going to get a bunch of minutes, and he's going to get you, I think, a 3 a game and a steal a game. Plus, you know, maybe like 7-8 boards, 12 points. I just think he's going to be very well-rounded, and you can get him so late in drafts.
Next, we got Noah Vonleh. Again, this is more about a situation thing. Look at Portland's lineup. It looks awful. Who is going to step up out there? There's going to be some great steals in that lineup, but just in terms of, you know, past Lillard, who's going to do something out there? You know, they got Myers Leonard out there. You know, I'm not that excited about Myers Leonard.
Got to Myers Leonard going.
I think Noah Vonleh is very interesting, and you're going to be able to get him super late. So.
All right, Frank the Tank. Frank Kaminsky is the next guy I'm talking about on Charlotte. And here's the thing. In the new NBA, a stretch 4 is, you know, it's what people are doing. You like stretch 4s, and that's why they drafted him. He can certainly shoot the rock. I think he's going to get a lot of minutes. It might not be right at first, but I think at least halfway through the year, you're going to see a ton of minutes out of Frank. I just think he's got a lot of upside. He's going to score. He's going to get you boards, and those, like you like to say, those hustle stats.
I like those hustle stats. Next, I'm talking about Mason Plumlee, still out there with Portland. Again, someone has to step up. Someone's going to have to put the ball in the hoop. Someone's going to have to pull down some rebounds. I don't necessarily think he has much competition for minutes. I think Plumlee, you know, easily plays 25 plus a game, and I think that puts him on the fantasy map. I don't think he's going to go nuts, but I think he's going to be a solid, you know, close to double-double guy that you can get late.
All right, now I'm going to talk about Lou Williams for the Lakers, and I think the Nick Young Swaggy P is gone. They're not going to ever think about him again and give him any kind of love. I know he got love in LA, which was nuts. Lou Williams, the fans are going to love this. If you haven't watched him play, he is great off the bench. He scores a ton of points. He's super active. And I think he's definitely got a legit chance for 6th man of the year if he's coming off the bench, which he probably is, for the Lakers, which means 6th man of the year equals you're on my fantasy basketball team.
Moving on, we got Nurkic, center for Denver. I mean, this is a guy that, you look at his game log, his minutes were all over the place. So, I mean, I do think it could depend on who they're playing each night. I mean, he's a little slower. He's just a big guy. But, I mean, it could depend on who he's playing. But there's not as much competition now. I think he gets more consistent minutes. And when you look at his game log and when you look at when he played 25 plus minutes, it was pretty solid. So, I think he's a solid big man that you can get pretty late.
He talked about 2 Blazers. I'm going to talk about 2 76ers, and the first one's Cannon. So, Cannon's point guard for the 76ers, what makes him interesting is when he it's very similar, but he's not a big, slow guy like Nurkic. When he got minutes as a point guard, when he got minutes, period, he played very well. And he controls the offense extremely well for that 76ers team. I just see him having the potential to get quality minutes and therefore getting quality assists and a decent amount of points. Not going to be a crazy scorer, but I think he'll be good in the assist categories for you.
And I got a guy for you, Zach LaVine. This is a guy that I think you can get as your last pick, and I think he's got a big upside for a couple of reasons. One, I think he's going to play enough minutes off the bench to have value even if Kevin Martin doesn't get hurt. But, I mean, come on. Kevin Martin gets hurt every year. He's got those glass ankles. I mean, I love Kevin Martin too, but he just can't stay healthy. And so that's why I like him, because I think he has value even without an injury. But when the injury happens, I think he gets a huge boost.
Side note, his dunk championship was the best dunk championship I have seen in a long time.
He's a talented player.
And yes, I watch every dunk championship since 1989. All right, something to be proud of, I guess. Nick Stauskas is my next guy, another 76er. And again, I kind of feel that Cannon and Tony Woden are going to play a lot of 1-2. But as of right now, Stauskas is penciled in as the shooting guard out there for the 76ers. And again, there's just not a lot of guys that can score. So you think he's going to be asked to shoot quite a bit. And in a deeper league where you're looking for somebody late that can get 3 points made, look no farther.
So these are our deep sleepers. Check out our sleeper/undervalued, our bust show, all our other rankings. Get in our forums if you got any questions. Sign up for DraftKings so we can send you a shirt. I know you want one. And subscribe to our channel.